Speaker. He is the VP of Product Development at Intuit, a published author, Gallup Strengths Coach, a blogger, a speaker, and alas, a dejected golfer. So, so if anyone wants to teach him golf, now is your opportunity. At Intuit, he leads TurboTax and Mint products, serving over 20 million customers and generates over $500 million in revenue. Wow. Beyond his product responsibility, he also provides strategic leadership to several initiatives across Intuit. He has over 23 years of product development experience in Silicon Valley and in India, and has been instrumental in setting up product teams and scaling it to healthy organizations. I know this for a fact. He enjoys mentoring and growing leaders. He shared his learnings in a book called Grow from an Accidental to a Successful Manager. So I think we all need to buy that book today. So he says you may also find him enjoying a drink at a brewery near you. So we are really excited to have this person. More than anything, he has that one factor that we talk about in Tilt, right? That likability factor in him is very high. And once you meet him, you feel like you've known him all his life and he's going to take care of you. He's that kind of a person even in the office. He's known to take care of his team. And I think he's the perfect person to speak in this relate in topic that we have today. So please help me welcome this humble person who collaborates and builds long-term partnerships with his teams, Mr. Rahul Goyal.
All right. So, I was listening to Preet and Garla's talk, and I was immersed in it. And as it ended, I was like, Lord, I have to go out. It's just not fair. The life should be fair, isn't it? So, anyway.
We can get you a beer and it will be all be fine.
Yes. I think alcohol is the answer to most problems. As long as we can do it, I think it'll all be good. If you go to the next slide. All right, I'm going to talk about building great relationships. I spent some time talking about building. I had no ideas. I said, okay, let's keep moving. So next slide, please. Right, so I have a prediction to make. Right. My prediction is that each one of you is going to have a great life, an absolutely great life. You're going to have great success in your careers, and you have great success with your families and friends. Right. And I know this for sure because you're here today. You're giving up on the Sunday Netflix thing. You're giving up and spending time with your families and kids, and you're here to learn. Right? And learning mind is a growth mindset mind. Right? A mind that says, I don't know everything, but I can learn. Right? So I don't want to be a know-it-all, I want to be a learner. And that's what we do. I can use it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Colonel Them was shattered. Sometimes you get inspired and you think you can do it. Next slide. My life is more of a comedy of errors. Grew up in Dehradun actually. Lots of friends in the forces where I live. But I was struggling. I didn't know where I would go, and I figured my things out over a period of time. But I make a lot of mistakes. Right? I leave my bag at school. Right? My parents would be, which kid leaves their bag at school? But I'm like, okay, I'll go back and get it, but this is what happened. And I make mistakes all the time at work. Right? I make decisions for a project that are not right, with missed deadlines, and obviously I make a lot of decisions right as well. But every time that happens, right, there's somebody who saves me. Right? There's another person who's looking out for me. And there's somebody else who's saying, hey, we're doing this, but it doesn't feel right. Can you look at this again? And very often that little insight that somebody who just walks up on the corridor and says, look at it again, helps you make a better decision, helps you be more successful. So, next slide, please. So I'm going to talk, I'm going to talk about some mindsets that have helped me separate myself as a leader. Building relationships is a very broad topic, right? And there's a whole bunch of things, and the foundation of relationship is trust, and trust itself has so many different dimensions and so on. But I'm going to just focus on a few mindsets that help me be a little different from rest of the leaders, perhaps, right? And along this way, I'm going to talk about how this manifested in the way that I work. Next slide, please. All right. So the first mindset is a mindset of abundance. I believe there is enough for everyone to be successful. Usually we grow up in a mindset of scarcity. That's why people cut across from you on the road, and very soon you'll find that guy. So we grow up in a school system where the top 3 people seem to get a lot of chances and the others don't, right? Because the teachers feel like, oh, these are the top 3, you should succeed more. But the truth is that if we approach a relationship with the mindset of abundance, we tend to do better. So when I get and meet with leaders, and we're talking about certain decisions, certain things that we need to do together, and these are people I may know, these are people I may not know. My objective there is that we both come out winners, right? A great negotiation is the one where both walk out feeling they've got the great deal, right? Yeah. So the mindset of abundance, we think about a pie and say, oh, there are only so many slices in the pie. And that's mindset of scarcity, right? But if you think about saying that, hey, the pie will grow, right? The pie will grow, and there will be more for this person and there will be more for me if we continue to work together and make each other successful, right? So can I be, here's an engineer who wants to be the architect of this team. And if he's competing or she's competing with another engineer, maybe only one can become the architect today, but this person who has learned the journey and worked together can become an architect of another team. So when people come to me and they do it and say, oh, I want to be this, and I say, just focus on the skills, try to make the pie bigger, and tomorrow there'll be another opportunity that this happens. So life is a long-term game. It's not something that you need to finish today, right? There's a new book from Simon Sinek. It's called The Infinite Game. And I would recommend everybody to read that. And the Infinite Game essentially says it's all about creating more possibilities, right? Everything that you do today creates more possibilities for the future, right? And when that happens, you grow your career. Next slide, please. All right. The second thing is being curious. Right? I think when I meet anybody, to me that person is a source of knowledge. Is a source of. So I'm curious to know where do they come from, right? What makes them what they are? What helps them think the way that they think, right? And there's so many nuggets, so many cookies that you can get out there, right? Which will help you. And my mindset when I meet anybody, no matter what level they are, is that anybody that you meet, you can teach them one thing and you can learn one thing from them, right? No matter if that's a person coming out of college today and that person, oh, I just came out of the college, what can I teach you who's been around in the industry? I mean, half the people, or not half, I think everybody who joins from college today were not even born when I was writing C code. But I can still learn from them. So I think it's important to be curious and it's important to spend the time with people knowing who they are. Next slide, please. Being a risk taker. Now, what does that has to do with relationships? As we all know, human mind is conditioned towards protecting ourselves. Right? You touch something hot, you don't have to think, it automatically goes away. Yeah. We are all conditioned to avoid disappointment. And as a result, sometimes we're not vulnerable. Right? If you want to make great relationships, you got to be able to be vulnerable. You got to be able to take a risk and put yourself out there first. And be ready, potentially, to be disappointed. Hey, I put myself out there, but that other person did not reciprocate, which is okay. It's okay. No big deal. Right? Keep doing that. 90% of the time, you'll get more success than not. And the moment you open up, the other person opens up. Right? But it needs to, as a leader, it starts with you. Right? You cannot expect others to be all open while you were like, right? Doesn't work. So you have to be a risk taker, and you have to put yourself out there. You'll be potentially hurt a little bit. Right? That's all right. You got the resiliency to deal with it. Next slide, please. This is about creating teams where you have great relationships. As a leader, team success about everything else. Right? You heard Kalman talk about it. Right? An organization success comes first. Country success comes first. And if you focus on individual success, and if you do not spend time with every single person in the team who would make the team successful, you will never get that output from that team. You'll never get that passion from the team. So you need to create a culture where the team success is above all. So when you celebrate as a team. Right? So when you have a problem, right, it's still okay. Right? As a team, you can overcome more problems than as an individual. Right? Asking for help. People try to be successful by themselves, not as a team. Fail to ask for help. Right? Creating a safe environment is where you can be yourself. Right? Pretenses are difficult. If you have to pretend to be somebody else, it's really hard to keep it up all the time. So a team environment that is safe allows you to be yourself. Right? If you like to wear shorts to work, and figure out a way to wear shorts to work. Right? There's somebody in my team who really likes to wear shorts to work. And most of the people didn't. And that person felt very I don't know if I can do it. So he declared, Fridays is a shorts day. Right? It doesn't matter. And very soon there was so many more people, right? He went in and he came one Friday and he got somebody else who he could trust and say, hey, both of us will wear shorts. At least 2 people. Right? And very soon we have half the team coming in shorts on Fridays. Right? And very soon, some people who came new to the team said, this is okay. So Mondays, some people come in shorts. And it doesn't matter, right? I mean, for us, it's all good. There are some people, I think, who have joined from college, like a year and a half. I've never seen them in pants. Isn't that work, guys? It's all good. And finally, if you go to the next slide, please. Be yourself and have fun every day. If you're miserable, there is no way that you're going to have great relationships. Yeah, thank you.